Hello there, I'm Lareen Newman from tappingintoserenity.com, and I'm just putting together some stress relief first aid videos for people who are working and trying to keep studying during the coronavirus problems we're having right now. So this is just some stress relief first aid. Normally I'd be doing a 1 hour session as a minimum with people, and we're just going to try and take the edge off your nerves or stress about having to do meetings and increased contact with your work colleagues online via something like Zoom or Collaborate or another online platform. So whilst I've been using Zoom for a long time, actually I know a lot of people are nervous about it. It is really easy once you get used to it, but we're all scared of things that are new. And you probably haven't got much option now because you have to work from home or you're having to distance yourself with the physical distancing is what we're calling it at this moment. It might change, of course, keep changing the terms. So we're going to use a physical tool that will calm your emotions. You could just tune in now about how nervous you're feeling about using an online tool to connect with your colleagues for meetings or whatever. And normally we'd rate that from 0 to 10, with 10 being I'm really, really nervous, and 1 would be I'm pretty okay with it now. As we're tapping, this is emotional freedom techniques or tapping acupressure. You just need to tap the points that I say, and you need to do what I do. Did I mix that up? I can't remember. So we're going to tap like this, and you're going to repeat what I say. I'll leave a little gap so that you can repeat. If there's people around you at the moment, you can just say the words in your head or mouth them silently to yourself. So I'm just going to sanitize my hands to encourage you to do the same, or you might have washed them. We will avoid the normal points that we tap on our face just because we want to minimize contagion. But yeah, we'll add in some interesting new points. So those of you who've tapped before will learn something new as well. So we're just going to start here with getting ourselves focused on the issue. So just repeat after me. Even though I'm feeling really rather nervous about having to do these online meetings, I'm nervous about having to set them up, and then I'm also nervous about having to be there in front of a camera because I'm no movie star. I choose to accept this is how I'm feeling right now, and that's okay. Now if you get fed up, you can just change to the other hand. Even though I'm feeling nervous about having to have meetings and other contact online, I'm not used to this, it's so new. Who wouldn't be nervous in this situation? I choose to accept this is how I'm feeling. So even though I'm worried about having to do online meetings, and I'm even more nervous if they ask me to set them up, then I've got to work out how to get them into people's online calendars. And then there's all this stuff about different time zones. It just feels all overwhelming right now, and I'm not sure I can do it. But I choose to accept this is how I feel. And it's safe to express my emotions, to acknowledge them and diffuse them with this tapping. So we're going to start tapping the points around our body now. So we're just going to do on the top of our head, just right on the top here. Nervous. All this nervousness in my body. We're going to avoid the normal eye and nose and mouth points, go straight to the collarbone. All this nervousness. We're going to go here on the bottom of the ribs, where your ribs sort of end. All this nervousness. Then underneath our armpits, about 4 inches or 10 centimetres down, more or less on your seam. All this nervousness. We're going to just do the wrist points here, just gently rub or tap your wrists together. All this nervousness. And back to here, all this nervousness. Now take a deep breath or two. This all works better if you're hydrated, so please have a sip of water or something if you have that there. Just tune into how nervous or worried you're feeling. Hopefully it's coming down a bit. We're going to just keep going. Even though I'm worried about having to do these online meetings, I hate being in front of a camera. I'm not used to this. I'm way outside my comfort zone and I'm feeling really on edge. But I choose to accept myself anyway. All this nervousness, you can say all this worry, all this anxiety, whatever feels best for you. So this is just a generalized tapping recording. Normally in private sessions, we're focused on your issue and exactly how you're feeling. So you can amend these words. There's no magic formula to these tapping audios or scripts. It's about how you're feeling, and a practitioner can help you focus better in that. But right now, I can't do that with you. You need to just grab a word that suits you. All this anxiety, or you might want all this worry, all this uptight feeling, all this worry. What if it doesn't work? What if I make a big mess? What if the audio doesn't work? What if I don't know what buttons to click? What if people think I look really awkward? I feel so uncertain with this. I'm worried about getting distracted. What if I stuff it all up? It's safe to say how I feel because the tapping is signaling my body and brain to calm down the stress response. So if you'll just tune into how nervous you're feeling in your body or mind, you might have a headache that's calming or tension in your body that's calming. If you feel you want to get rid of more of that, please rewind to the beginning and repeat that, negativity diffusion. Now we're going to do some positive tapping, which we'd normally only do when you're about a 3 or so, but see how you go. You can always repeat and rewind the whole tape as much as you want to throughout the day. So even though I'm still feeling somewhat nervous about doing these online meetings, I choose to release this nervousness from my body and mind. You can breathe. Choosing to eliminate any and all reasons as to why this shouldn't be successful. Maybe I'm going to be more competent than I thought. Maybe this can be much more straightforward than I expected. Maybe once this meeting is over, I'm going to be thinking, wow, what was I worrying about? But at the moment, I'm still feeling somewhat nervous, and it's okay to acknowledge this. Most people feel nervous doing things they've never done before. So I'm open to being pleasantly surprised. I'm open to this going so much better than I expected. Who knows, by this time next week, I might even be the world's expert on Zoom meetings and I'll be telling everyone else to calm down. I choose for this to be so much easier than I expect. And I give my mind and body permission to relax and release. I'm allowing all of my muscles to relax when I think about doing this online session. And I'm open to actually enjoying it a bit. Okay, so take a few breaths there. As I said, this is only a kind of first aid session to take the edge off your stress. I'm hoping that you're feeling a bit calmer at least. Feel free to rewind and repeat. You can do this as often during the day as you like. It's calming your autonomic nervous system, and it's increasing your immunity at the same time, actually, based on some research that came out last week. So if you'd like to find out more about me, please go to tappingintoserenity.com. You might like to follow me on Instagram or Facebook, and on Twitter I'm at Lareen Newman. So thank you for joining me, and go well.